Today, we are talking all about how we do not need to earn our rest. Half of us, we don't even know how to relax while we're relaxing. We'll move mountains for everyone else and then act like taking a nap requires a permission slip. Hey girl, welcome back to Naya Plus Life, your soul care sanctuary. Now, if you're new here, welcome. Around here, we are all about finding more peace, more purpose, and more power. If you've been here before, I want to thank you for coming back. Leave an emoji in the comments if you are all about reclaiming your rest and peace. Today, we are talking all about how we do not need to earn our rest. You ever notice how we as women of color will move mountains for everyone else and then act like taking a nap requires a permission slip? Like, we will organize a whole family reunion, we'll run a board meeting, we'll survive on 3 hours of sleep, and then still feel guilty about sitting down and having a cup of tea or a glass of wine. Now, let's be honest. Half of us, we don't even know how to relax while we're relaxing. And I know I am guilty of this. I can't tell you how many times I finally sit down at the end of a long ass day and I turn on Netflix, and 5 minutes later, my brain starts going and it's like, oh wait, did I defrost the chicken? Did I send that email? Should I start a business? Like, that is the stuff that is constantly going on in our head. And it wreaks havoc on our lives. It causes anxiety, our nervous systems are kaput because they're constantly going. And I'm gonna tell you what I needed to hear so badly is that we do not need to earn our rest. I'm gonna say it again. We do not need to earn our rest. Rest isn't a reward for good behavior, right? Rest is right. It's not something you have to prove yourself worthy of after suffering through a long week. It's literally the fuel that keeps you going. It keeps you being able to show up softer, saner, and still standing. A long time ago, the world taught us that our value comes from what we produce, that the more tired we are, the more we must be doing something right. But I really want you to question that, because if exhaustion was this badge of honor that sometimes people make it out to be, then why? Why are so many of us women feeling completely burnt out and empty while we're wearing these badges? Here's the truth. Rest is not laziness, it's leadership. You teach everyone around you how to treat your energy, especially your kids, your partner, and your coworkers. When they see you resting without guilt, they learn that peace is powerful too. And look, I get it, right? We've been raised to think about Black excellence. We were taught to grind. We were taught that we needed to be twice as good, work twice as hard, and never, ever drop that ball. But nobody ever told us what to do when that ball that was being dropped was us. You can't pour from a cup that's cracked, sis. You can't keep calling burnout being blessed and busy. So here's your reminder. Rest is not the opposite of success. Rest is a part of your success strategy. You think clearer. You look better. You make better decisions. You move differently when you are not running on fumes. So let me give you something practical. I want to give you 3 soft rituals that will help to remind your body that it's safe to rest. So the first is the 3-breath reset. So the first thing, when you get out of bed, before you touch your phone in the morning, I want you to take 3 intentional, slow breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. You do not owe the world your first thought every day. The second thing, I want you to do a midday reset. What's that? What I want you to do, and it could be done in the car, it could be done at your desk, anywhere that you can be by yourself for 5 minutes. And I want you to set your timer on your phone, but I want you to put it away as soon as you set the timer. I don't want you to have any music. I don't want you to have any noise. I don't want you to be scrolling on that phone. I just want you to breathe. If you've got something warm, like maybe a tea, even better. But I want you to sit, close your eyes, and just be for 5 minutes. I guarantee you it's going to feel like a long 5 minutes, but I want you to do that. And I want you to tell yourself, I am safe even when I slow down. The third thing is no guilt at bedtime. I want you to make your bedroom your sanctuary, right? So the first thing I want you to remember is that you do not need to earn sleep by finishing every single task. When you are tired, I want you to go to bed. I don't want you to bring your laptop in your bedroom, your cell phone if you can help it. I want you to remember that the world won't collapse if you don't fold that laundry, if you don't write that last email. And to be honest, if it does, maybe that world needed a little collapsing, right? Here's the real secret. When you rest, you remember who you are underneath all of that noise. You start hearing those quiet voices that start giving you purpose and direction again. The ones that have been drowned out by deadlines and other people's demands. And that voice, she doesn't sound tired. She sounds clear. She sounds soft. She sounds like you. So today, I want you to give yourself permission to pause. Not because you finished everything on your to-do list, but because you're human. And being human deserves care, not constant correction. You don't have to prove that you're worthy by being busy. You don't have to apologize for being tired. You don't have to earn the right to just breathe. Because your peace isn't something that you reward yourself with after you've done the work. No, it's something that you actually build into the work so that you can do better. Now, let's get to our affirmation moment. And remember, you can repeat after me, or you can just let this sink into your soul. Let's do this. I don't have to earn my rest. I deserve ease right now. My stillness is sacred. My body is my home, and she deserves peace. Today, I choose rest over rush. Sis, if this episode spoke to you today, I want you to take a second to breathe before you move on. Then I want you to like, comment, and subscribe so we can keep this soul care community together. And I want you to remember to share this with another woman who may need a little bit of permission to pause today. And remember, your peace is your power. You don't have to earn it. You just have to choose it. And if this hit home, I want you to make sure that you catch this episode right here of Naya Plus Life, where we get into some real talk. Until next time, take care of you first.